Hey stars, I'm Lord Starry and welcome to another video of the What Is series. Let's just look at this thing. Now I know this had like a copyright claim, but whatever. It's just a part of the video anyway, it's not like I'm monetized. Okay, so in the last video, I did say that I will tell you what the hell Tormentorz are, and that is the title of this video. What is Tormentorz faction? They're like ex-family, you could say. What? That's impossible. How? Well, you see, it's complicated. I'm not gonna tell you everything, but I'll give you just an idea of context and just tell you what happened. So I'm in college, right, in med school, in 2018, when I was 18, back in the day. And I failed repeatedly for a couple of years for different reasons. The first year I was like in an alien space. Hey, look, alien space. Not this alien space, the other alien space where you're in a different place altogether, which is all kept a mystery. But so that year was like, what? First time ever I come out and I'm like, what the hell do I do? And the second year, I was like, I never fail. That's impossible. I was depressed, so I lost a whole year in depression. I'm not even kidding. But all of that be dwarfed by what follows. Nothing would have ever been so terrible as what happens by 2020 November 4. So my family, they tried to get me going somewhere, and I said no. It's to a relation's house, and I said no. But they kept doing it. So, and my mom was like, don't worry, it's just gonna be 2 weeks. It's just a change of place, something. And I was like, fine, just a while anyway. It's not like I'm gonna be there for a year or something, right? Foreboding. And that's exactly what actually happened. I was kept there for 7 months and tortured, and I was like, oh my god, this is too much emotional damage. And the reason, well, is, and they left me there and they just went. I'm like, wow, so unbelievable. And I didn't exactly have a fun time, as you might expect from a torture. It was more like than a home. I would say it was more like a prison or something. And I was just like a glorified prisoner. Like, oh, you have some things, but well, mostly it's nothing. You just have. It's like, yeah, there was a lot of problems. I don't want to explain everything. It's just not that fun. But yeah, I couldn't sleep for much. They would control everything, for food even, literally for everything. They had all the thing, and they were just being overly controlling, and the amount of physical and mental abuse was just really high. So I was just having too much emotional damage, let's say. That would make sense, right? So after many times, they were literally like, yeah, you're never getting out of here. And I was just like, fine, I'm done with life. And somewhere there, I could just say that in a way I died, so I was never gonna be the same person again. But then I told myself, if change is the only constant in the universe, then I could therefore theorize that this will not be actually permanent, as they like to believe. In fact, if I already managed to survive this long, like even as the days keep going on and there seems to be no clear ending, then it can then be said that there will come a time when the change will be mandated and they won't be able to do anything about it, and I'll be able to get out of there. So that means there can actually be a time when I'm no longer stuck in that place. So instead of dying, I just told myself, here's a better idea, no need to do the die. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait it out, like the big brain, just one rule. In this new form of me, I just said, whatever happens, just don't go back. Just that's simple, right? As long as I avoid them, that problem would not exist. And my defining like logic became that. So in a way, I can't even feel like I have a family anymore. And because of the fact that I don't even have friends, mostly because of my solidarity codes of another set of rules that I made for myself to keep, IRL away from Starry online, and like my online stuff, right? I wanted to keep these two apart, like really apart. So I made more rules, and so technically I would say that I don't even have literally anyone. And since the server actives were not active anymore, like literally you know, in that whole all those days, I was literally thinking about like, oh, what are the people in my chat saying? What are they thinking? What are my friends doing? What is the people in SC doing? And I was literally just wondering what's going on. And yeah, it was very drastic that I was disappearing for such a long time, a whole year and more. Actually, I was gone from SC for 1.5 years, even though this happened only for 7 months and almost a year, but still. So from November 4th to 27th of May of 2021, I was just literally dead and reborn, you could say. And I was just like using the same logic. If I could survive up to now, then therefore I could. Nothing can go bad, right? I mean, whatever changes, whatever annoyances, whatever pain or issues happen, it's not like it's gonna be too drastic. I've already seen it. What could get worse? If anything, it could get better from now if you're in the worst spot. Literally nothing can go wrong after this, that it can only go up after this. So that just gives you a strange hope, I guess. And I just made this one rule clear. Whatever happens in this life, do not return unless I have control. Like, they were being controlling and overly exploiting, and literally they didn't even understand what the hell privacy was. And I was just like, fine, so as long as I don't come back here, they're not gonna do nothing. Because literally, they don't even, like, they're living inside a box. It's like saying, I own the entire box. Well, good for you. I can just step out of it then, right? Just think outside the box, right? So I was just like, fine, here's a better solution. I wait it out, and then I go out, and then I not come back. And that's what happened eventually. So I got back, but the problem was, it was too much for me that literally I still have post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, from it. Even up to like even today, I had a bad dream. So it's almost a year now since all that happened, and this year has been going mostly in just with this, just PTSD. So how the hell is it getting any better, if you ask? It's simple that, you know, contrary to the year I said I was depressed, this year should be worse, right? Like, because even worse stuff has happened. But no, that's not the case. In fact, I actually would say this past year has been the most singular, most efficient, productive year like ever since the creation of course, Project June of 2021. By that month, I basically said it's been a month now since I got back, and I need to rapidly get to working on stuff and solving this whole situation I'm in. So I tried to organize my thoughts and saw the flaws in different angles that were happening around me that were not organized or something. So I organized my room, I organized even the org cycles, I called it. I organized the room, and then literally I went through the stuff in my phone, my laptop, I cleared everything out and made it a lot more free and easy to manage. And then I was like, oh, I need to do my channel now, because last time I was in the chat in Discord, I wanted to have a YouTube channel, but I didn't do it properly. So I was like, I am my own limit in that case, so I should just make the videos and then get back to Discord. So I did do that. I made a bunch of videos that day, like almost 10 or 20, I don't remember, on the October 13th, I believe. And I got back to Discord as well near that date. As soon as my channel went out, I was like, the reason that my channel wasn't working is now fixed. So now I need to get back on Discord, which I wasn't doing for a few months, just out of emotional damage. And I managed to organize the Discord as well. I closed literally everything. If you remember the previous videos, I closed all my friends' thingies, I removed everything, I left a lot of servers, I cleaned out Discord as well, basically. And making everything more efficient and manageable, this now finally was the time to progress even further. And I made EduCore my own operations for studying and learning in my own way, in a very fun way, actually, something I'm interested in. And with it, in the last few months, I have successfully passed both physiology and biochemistry. I only have anatomy left to go, and the first year of med school will be finally over. And it is tough, but I would say, as you can see, it's really insane the level of progress that I have made for the last year. And even though they haven't been themselves bad, their actions and deception really led to a lot of pain and irreversible damage. And in that form, I have become, you could say, a different person. I can no longer be the person that they like I used to be, I guess. That person is pretty much dead in those few months that happened. And me, I was literally born from chaos, and literally my only objective is to become more ordered and organized and reach my goals that I have set for myself for having more fun and everything. And of course, in all of this, you can see that there is no solution for economic problems. That is why it does have a solution. I thought of it, I called it Project Econorich. A set of ideas to solve the economic situation in whatever means possible. And it is supposed to happen after Discord. But Discord isn't completely done yet. I was supposed to restart SC, and my server is up now, but it's not fully done. I was supposed to finish some managements with the roles and the channels and make it look better and do some updates, but I'm stuck there because I don't have people to help me with it. So while this happens, I'm literally lagging behind studying, and that's why I was like, nah, I'm gonna have to fix that. So I literally created another motive for it. We had something called Movie Decor, which is just me watching movies and logging it, and I expanded it to include a series now, just so I can watch the series and feel happy. And I was like, and I'll be like, okay, that was fun, now I'm gonna read, and I'm gonna just learn something. You know, it's like work and reward. And with that system, I hope to solve that situation so that even though if not the server works or not, at least my progress in real world goes on uninterrupted. So as you can see, the Tormentorz faction, even though they're not ever family anymore, it's still like you can't break what already happened. So it's like a paradox, I guess. I literally, instead of being the worst year, I made that literally the best year simply by organizing myself better and planning and time management and all that, I guess. So at this point, I have nothing to lose, literally, on this planet. I do not fear death, and I'm not scared of it, and I don't care if I do, literally. So I'm not gonna just go back and waste my time further. I'm supposed to progress and go on and, you know, go further and further to the stars. See those stars? They're quite fun. Come on, who wouldn't want to go there? Especially if you know there's a habitable planet, which we don't even know, by the way. So it's always fun to do something never done before, I guess. So that all said, if I can do it, I was literally nothing, and I have no one and nothing, and I am able to survive in the most drastic odds by mere planning and management and better thinking, I guess. And it's not like I don't have depression now, I still do, but yet I'm able to use my problem of overthinking to my own advantage by just creating these reasonings and then using them as motives to complete certain things and then move on to other things and also make it fun in the process. So what I'm saying is, I would like to at least share this. Okay, so why am I saying all this? What the hell, sorry? Who even cares? The point is, all of that was just context, right? To tell you what happened. Or I'm just sharing it with you. So why am I sharing it with you? Because human beings have a fucking social need. So that even if I'm an introvert, I could be an extroverted introvert. Yes, that's the thing. I'm coining it right now. I don't care if it doesn't exist, okay? I'm making it now. The thing is, actually people have made it since YouTube exists, or stuff like YouTube for that matter. The internet exists, right? You can just share stuff even though you don't really talk much. And that's what I guess I'm doing here, sharing it with people of the internet of the future, or just making a record of this, because I've always wanted to do that, to be honest. Even in those days, I was like, if I had a channel now, I could share everything as it happens and make updates. Like, you know, those YouTubers, they make all those updates and make it a big deal and get views and then make money out of it and also do it in a fun way. How the hell did they do that? Sometimes even dramatic, but I don't know if I want to do it dramatic, even though it is dramatic and terrible. It's like, I know they do it for like lies or something, but perspective, perception, opinion, reality, lie, deception, all of this is just complicated, right? No one knows anything anyway. I just like the idea that they were able to share it, and I was like, I want to do it too. And things were changing so fast. A lot of things kept changing. I wanted to share all of it, but I couldn't share any of it. So I guess I have finally reached that stage where I'm able to actually share it. And I want to be able to inspire whoever the hell is watching, if you even make it to this part. Like, why would you? Who would even watch this right now? Tell me. Like, how many of you are even watching, and how many are going to even comment or like or subscribe? Not I'm saying that you should do any of those, that's up to you really, but still, it's negligible really at this point. But this is a video, which means it's going to be on YouTube, owned by Google, owned by Alphabet, one of the biggest companies on the fucking planet, and they literally technically created the internet's search engine that everyone uses. No one goes to Yahoo or Bing, they just use Google. So they're literally immortal in that sense. So even if I die, this video is gonna be there forever. And I want to at least share that regardless of what happens here on, or whether I succeed or not, despite the hardest days, I am able to get here and now. This was actually one of the imaginations. Like, I have a vision for the ideal days, the so-called ideal days. The thing is, I want to be able to do a selection of things in a singular day, every day, and take care of different aspects. Also require some level of luck and some level of a lot of factors, a lot of things. In fact, I have a series of at least a bunch of videos planned for sharing how much I know about YouTube, or any social media for that matter. There is a way to do things, and it's not always likely to work because there is an involvement of luck. But when it comes to things like hardships or situations in life, you can definitely come out of it in one way or another. And not always is it going to be true, but most of the times you actually can, as long as you just think about it. Because you are the one who is controlling your mind. My god, that looks like a skull. Is it me, or that looks like a skull, right? Like, that's like the nose. Wow, I got distracted, sorry. So yeah, that's the Tormentorz faction, my family, and the relations mostly, and my own parents. They're like the chief of it because they started the deception. And even though I say all this, and you guys, before you go to the comments and say, oh my god, your parents are the worst in the world, how could they do this to you? Emotional and mental and physical abuse, oh my god, this is so bad. It's a paradox. They're literally the best people on the planet at the same time, you know? It's a complete paradox, because it's just the negativity associated with certain qualities of the positive, you know, like possessiveness or overprotectiveness or stuff like that. And that's why I didn't even tell them, and I keep it a big secret that, you know, I have depression, or that's the reason. They think I'm doing something crazy, or I'm doing something wrong, or it's all my fault. Or maybe they'd like to criticize the fact that I play games. That was the first disagreement after all, and they never accept it. But I'm literally a gamer. How the hell? It's like drinking food, or eating food. It's like eating food or drinking whatever you like, chocolate milk maybe, or water. You need water, at least, right? Some people are addicted to caffeine or coffee, caffeine. I said caffeine. It's like you have these necessities to live, and I'm a gamer, which means I love playing games. It's one of my greatest passions. How the hell can I not do that? A day without playing is like, what have I done in this life? It's so depressing. And they don't seem to understand it, and it is not fair. That doesn't mean that should be a reason for me not passing or progressing in life. Literally, these are two different things. All it requires is proper time management, organization, and effort. And eventually, regardless of the situations, victory will be ours. And you can do it too. I want to be able to inspire someone. And if through this video, if I do it, even after I die or something, who knows, if I manage to help someone, anyone, I would say that my life was not meaningless, because despite the worst events, I was able to make a video, get to the point of completing all the things. I do things in an order, by the way. So if I don't, that's why stuff is getting stuck now. Like, if I don't finish the server management, other stuff will be stuck, because my mind is gonna tell me, you have to do this in order. Order is dominance. You have to finish them in the exact order as planned, because that's the best way to do it. So I have to find a way to get across that. But I have crossed a lot of stages of planning and executing and succeeding, and for months, to get to this point where I'm making daily videos and being able to just share it, that hey, this happened and this progress, and I'm here and I can do it, so you can too. This is the message, right? That anyone can succeed regardless of what your problem is. So You just have to believe in yourself, locate the source of problem, solve it, and people, by the way, I love people, but also avoid people if you if you want to focus better. I mean, it was forced for me. My situations basically forced me into solidarity. Uh, it doesn't have to be forceful for you. You could create it for yourself. You could just take a time out from everything you're doing, everyone you're talking with, and just think about it for a second. All it needs is just a few moments of thinking. I, of course, have an issue with overthinking and tend to even fall asleep just thinking about stuff. But yeah, you can most certainly do it. I believe in you guys. I think this video has been long enough. I'm just trying to think if I missed saying something, because of course I didn't script this video. I never script videos. I just wanted to share who they are and why it's a paradox. Like, I can't really hate them for what they're doing, but it could even be fixed if I succeed. But at this point, this is the situation, and I want to be able to share it and inspire someone. That's the goal of the video, alright? And it's not to be negative or, you know, pitiful or whatever. Like, I just want to be able to have a positive place with SC, with Star Community, the server. I want to be able to build a server where anyone, even with no one and nothing like me, can just come in and feel accepted and feel at home so much that their very ideas are challenged and their very, you know, feeling of negativity is destroyed. Like, I want to remove it from the fucking planet, man. It's just so annoying why people are negative anyway. You should just, like, I imagine a place where everyone is nice and friendly and every day is just happy, you know, and everyone is having fun. And that's the sort of place I want to make with SC, not something dramatic, negative, or associated with any kind of bad things. But at the same time, I also share whenever I feel dark, and I actually do get that a lot, so it's fine as well. I just want to have a chill place, basically. So join SC if you want, or don't, I guess it's up to you. Link is everywhere. Remember to verify, and you will not be reinvited if you leave. Again, it's whatever. I want to build a server with thousands of people eventually, but right now I'm not in the situation to be able to do it fully, so I'm gonna do whatever I can, okay? And I need some people to help me with it. So if you think you can do that, just join the server and let me know, and eventually I'll tell you what you can do. We're gonna need people who can go out and find others who are good and friendly and capable and are sharing the passion for Discord that I share, so that I can make a server successful. Because if you think about it, any great society or civilization or group or community is only going to succeed if its leaders are doing best. And so partially the failure of the server, you could say, is also me, but then I'm just busy and I'm doing whatever I can. I just need more people with the skill and who are good, who can be trustworthy and loyal to me, you know, and that would be a possible solution, I think. How long has this been video? Oh my god, it's been 20 minutes. I guess I'll stop it right now. And that's probably someone who's gonna call me. And if you want, please donate, because as I said, the Harvester project, which gave me money before from family, they stopped it since the economic siege of December. So it's been 5 months now, 6 months almost, and everything I saved up to this point, like from the last 6 months, are gonna get over in this 6 months. So even with ration system, even with barely eating much, I'm literally gonna run out of everything soon. So I hope to find a solution to this soon, or else you guys can donate. And I will be talking with you guys soon, I guess. You can do it. Remember to smile. I'll see you guys in another video. I have a lot more planned, at least in my head. If I have the time and the ability, I will be definitely making them. And I love you all. Luv.all, STARARMY, yay. See you later then. Bye, take care. Luv.all and Star out.